We've talked together, and I've written, and many of us have written on the giant Rubik's Cube, the giant working cube. And as we'll recall, the objective for it is to create a giant visitor-controlled working cube that demonstrates the engineering ingenuity of the core mechanism. And in short, that's a extremely worthy objective. It is an ingenious mechanism. Illustrating how it works, bringing it out in the giant Rubik's Cube is not quite as easily done as stated. And I want to use this video to try to bring out some potential options that we have for it. And I want to look at this configuration in which we see essentially the majority of pieces, or many of the pieces, missing all of the corner elements, only center elements and edge elements here, with some additional edge elements missing. But the reason I think it's an interesting form to look at is because it brings out the nature of how the Rubik's Cube is able to maintain a coherence as it rotates. This annular ring that's described by each piece is, as we've discussed, both a male and female piece. So in short, what I'm pointing out a potential consideration of here is this the giant Rubik's Cube? And in so doing, it would undergo a rotation like this. It could undergo the same rotation on other planes. We have to be careful about describing a full annular ring. We could rotate each plane, I'll call it each plane, individually without losing the integrity of the cube, provided we've maintained this annular ring that appears in every aspect of the cube. The limitations of what we see here are, there's a number of limitations. One, for example, we don't see any corner elements. Putting a quarter element in is achievable whether this plane can rotate successfully with a corner element that is not, shall we say, cheated into place is an open question. I would think that the answer to that might be no. We saw the behavior right there when a corner element, interestingly enough, however, I think it would be difficult to think we could mimic that in a large scale. But I wanted to use this video to talk about this in a way that might be more apparent than if I try to write about it, which I'll try to do as well.